What's good? We back. It's the Boss Man More, and I linked these interviews in the description with Bo Mac, it's the guy all the way on the right, continuing to bash, welterweight names and say Terence Crawford is on his way to, whooping certain welterweights. We get into it. But first he did explain the injury that Terence Crawford had. That'd be one of those interviews in the link from Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype. One time for the one time, and he said that Crawford injured his hand or tweaked his hand with an overhand right, and I read people. I ain't gonna say I'm perfect at it, but it sounded like some bullshit. Now watch the interview. It sounded like some bullshit. He was stuttering and doing all that, trying to come up with a story like he didn't have his story already predetermined in his head. Like I said, a tweak ain't gonna stop no fight from happening. I don't care what they say. It ain't gonna push no fight back 2 months. Wasn't no tweak. Wasn't no injury. It just simply came down to the fact that, the fight hadn't been announced. They had no plan B without Pacquiao to sell it on pay-per-view. And then they finessed it with this ESPN Plus app, exclusively streaming it through the ESPN Plus app. So then he goes on and talks about Danny Garcia as well. I ain't gonna get into that one. The interview in the description. And then he says that, oh yeah, Errol Spence is an easy fight for us. At the end of the day, man, he keeps saying that, but guess what? Errol Spence is fighting on network television. Crawford is fighting on the fucking app. So, if you fighting on the app, okay, you fighting Jeff Horn for his third title in 3 different weight classes, He fighting on the app. You only had a fucking, you shouldn't even have the audacity or the balls to call out another top welterweight. When you can't even control your own career and get on network television. ESPN is supposed to be backing y'all. But y'all guys can't get on network television. Y'all gonna be a fucking test tube dummy. Test tube baby. Y'all gonna be a guinea pig. Whatever you want to call it. And fight on the app for $5 a month. And that's how disrespected you is. So let's get that right now. You, Terence Crawford, Keith Thurman, 2 different classes. 2 of them motherfuckers fight on network television. You fighting on the app. So for you to call him out, you can't even get your business together, and y'all can't get your business together and get this man fighting on at least ESPN. Right there, cut the bullshit. Because, when it comes down to it, your network ain't dishing out the cash for quote unquote the pound for pound number 1 fighter. So I hate when people talk shit and they ain't got their shit in order. Because Crawford ain't got his shit in order. Bo Mac can whoop all he wants to. At the end of the day, I know, you know, we know, Bob Arum knows, and Al Heyman knows, and everybody involved knows that Crawford is not going to be let off that leash. It's easy to talk greasy when you on a leash. And I've been saying that. I got a lot of respect for Terence Crawford, a lot of respect for Brian McIntyre, Bo Mac, the coach, and the whole team. But, when you don't have your shit together, you shouldn't be allowed to say shit about other fighters. You shouldn't be. Come on now. You guys know the business. Bob Arum can lie to you guys till you blue in the face. You know what it is. You're not getting let off that leash. Remember when after the Fitz Diaz fight, Crawford asked for Keith Thurman and Bob Arum put him in his place? He would never put Jose Ramirez in his place like that. He never put Pacquiao in his place, publicly like that. He never put none of them guys, in their place publicly like he put Terence Crawford in his place. Like, he was like, man, shut your ass up. You calling out an injured dude. Shut up. It ain't going to happen. That's what he told him. Interview out there as well. So they calling people names out knowing that the fight's not going to happen. And then when it don't happen, that's how you create haters. Not even haters. That's how you create angry fans that don't fuck with you. That's how you lose your fan base. A lot of you guys say it'll happen. I don't believe it's going to happen no time soon, man. They have a plan for this guy, Crawford. And it doesn't involve Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. It don't involve that. And, is it a glimmer of hope that it could involve that? Yes, because obviously if ESPN isn't willing to put money and putting Crawford on their network right now for this Jeff Horn fight, maybe Bob would like to have him on Showtime because they have front the money and pay him to come on Showtime. So that's the glimmer of hope right there. But now that they got this Box Nation-esque shit where you pay $5 a month for boxing and cricket and baseball, I guess out-of-market baseball games, whatever it may be, maybe it's another path. And it will be 12 fights streamed on there through Top Rank ESPN on this ESPN Plus app. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just tired of them talking, man. You don't hear Derrick James, Errol Spence talking. You don't hear Keith Thurman really talking on Terence Crawford for real like that. And he's the champions of the division. If they ask about Crawford, they'd be like, yeah, I think he did. It's simple. This dude is going out of his way and Bomac to talk shit like, we do this, we do that. But that's what, at the end of the day, I mean, shit, your resume is shittier than both of them. So we don't know what you is, real talk. I mean, everybody you beat is tailor-made or you had a physically size advantage, weight, height, length, or speed or athletic advantage. You won't have that advantage at 47. You know? And that's why I say my pound for pound number one is vacant, and then I start off with Crawford after that. You know, but it sounds good, though. It really do. You know, it sounds like they got a game plan for Errol Spence. Probably they got a game plan for Keith Thurman. It sounds really good. But guess what? It ain't going to happen. That fight ain't gonna happen in the next maybe 2-3 years. And then by the time it get ready to happen, I think Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, they're gonna grow out the division. So it's gonna be coming down to you and Danny Garcia. Or somebody else that would arise at 147. Because you look at it, you know, Errol Spence and Thurman may not happen to next year, at the end of next year. That's a year. You know, then they might have a mandatory or some shit. Then you talking about the end of 2020 that possibly Terence Crawford would fight one of those guys. And at that same time, that's if Bob Arum wants to make that fight. And we know historically, he don't want to make that fight. We know he ain't going to make that big fight. So with 3 belts, you know, either Keith or Errol Spence, forbidden they don't have a rematch. I mean, they probably can move up to 54. You know, especially the loser. Probably move up to 54. Because both of them used to compete at, 152 in the amateurs? Sean used to compete at 160-something in the amateurs? Yeah. They're really busting at the seams. No telling if they could continue to make 147. Even by the time it's time to make Errol Spence Keith Thurman. A lot of them guys might struggle. So him saying we'll do this, we got a game plan for this. It's all marshmallows and unicorns right now. Because they know they're not gonna be put in that position to have to fight them. They got protection. Same thing Pacquiao did for years. Run their mouth. Yada. When it came time, he got his ass whooped. So I'm not saying that Terence Crawford got his ass whooped. But stop speaking and stop answering the questions because you know the fight not going to happen. You can't even get on ESPN. So how can you bless the ring